What's up, top rovers? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel of Car Enthusiast. Before we get started, like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and press that bell notification icon so you don't miss any of my future uploads, guys. So you guys must have seen the thumbnail and the title, of course. It is something to really digest because as an owner of these cars, you feel that you have been hit by a train. Okay. So, as we are aware that Klaus Zellmer, the global CEO of Skoda Volkswagen, has said that it has been a difficult 20 years for them in India because it has not been easy, okay, to crack the Indian market. It's never easy anywhere, anyway. But yes, a lot of brands have already said this in the past when they came to India, and now they are all gone. Be it Chevrolet, Ford, Fiat. This is something of a bad news, if you want to call it. If the global CEO is saying this, is making such a statement that that Indian market has been tough, and we are looking for local partners, to strategize and make a mark and stay in the market, right? As he's also mentioned that Indian market is critical, so they're not planning on exiting it. But you know how these things go, guys. They say something and then they do something. Because see, if the company is hemorrhaging money, no one would want to stay in that particular area. No one want to run the company in that particular country. Okay. So I'm not going to comment on whether they're going to exit or not, but I'm going to give my opinion. It certainly feels that way. दोनों बात कर ही दिया मैंने. So it does feel that way, and something really heartbreaking if it happens in the future for people like us who are really, really fall in love with the brand. Okay, so that's something it's going to be really difficult because we would not know which car to purchase next. Okay, because see, Skoda, Volkswagen are mass market cars, and it will be, of course, they have premium offerings as well, like the Superb and the Kodiaq, Passat, and all that. But we don't have the Passat in India at the moment. But you know what I'm saying. So when it comes to mass market, there's the Kushaq, there's the Slavia, there's the Virtus, there's the Tygoon. We had the Vento and the Rapid earlier. So that's what we have right now in terms of offering. So it'll be difficult for a person who has been habituated with the brand for the past decade or more, because I've been with this brand for the past almost 10 years now. Okay. So I had the Polo 1.5 TDI, then I got the Rapid 1.6 MPI, and now I have the Slavia 1.5 TSI. I have that trust with the brand now. Okay. No, I'm not saying I haven't had my issues. Of course, I've had my issues. I've had my issues with the Polo when it came to their service. Okay. So when it was said that the service cost of maintaining these cars is expensive, the service cost is expensive, it actually is expensive, guys. That there was some truth to that. Okay, I will not say it wasn't. These cars were expensive to maintain, but it doesn't matter because you got this car because you saw something in the brand and you would be willing to maintain it accordingly. But the Indian public doesn't think like that. Okay, if we are buying something, which I completely agree with, by the way, I'm saying, if I'm buying something so expensive, I would want it to last. Okay, and if I were to service it, if the service cost is so expensive, then I would start to think that these products are not made well. They're not engineered well. Because if you look at Japanese products, okay, let's put Maruti Suzuki aside, but if you look at Honda and Toyota, very reliable cars, very simple and easy to maintain. Okay, it's a no nonsense car, no nonsense vehicle, especially Honda's, guys. No nonsense vehicle. It's a gold mine. Even if you go for a second hand Honda car, it's a gold mine for you. It's not, it'll feel like a new car even if you buy a second hand Honda car. Okay, अपने आप research करके अपने, do your PDI and everything if you're going for a second hand car, any car. But what I'm saying is Honda is like, I bought this, I am tension free. It's peace of mind. Okay, so that is something I think initially Skoda Volkswagen couldn't offer when they were launched. Peace of mind. Okay, it felt like a headache to own those cars. So I think that made a dent. So let's talk about these things, guys. I have my notes with me, and it's a lot to discuss. And one more thing, guys, if you like such candid discussions, if this is the setup that you prefer, do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, guys, and we will keep it like this. If you prefer a more professional setup where I'm talking, rushing through things, we are bata dena, I will, make sure I do it like that. So let me know the format that you prefer. So let's get to why it has come to this, why the global CEO of Skoda Volkswagen had to make such a statement. Skoda Auto, a Czech automobile manufacturer, entered the Indian market in 2001 with high hopes and ambitious plans. Over the past 2 decades, they have introduced several models, including the Octavia, Superb, Rapid, and more recently, the Kushaq Slavia. Yet, despite these efforts, Skoda's market share has remained modest. Of course, the initial challenges and missteps, which we already mentioned, the service, the cost of maintaining these cars, the availability of spare parts, initially it really made a dent. Okay, so I think when they launched their cars, they didn't have enough service networks. When they initially came to India, maybe they didn't have a lot of dealerships also, and to procure their parts must have been very difficult because they had to come all the way from Germany and to India. There was no local setup. Okay, so I think that is where things, that was the first step that went wrong. And of course, when you are sourcing the parts from another country, it's coming to you, it becomes more expensive. And when you install it, then there comes labor charge and a lot of other charges, then it becomes even more expensive. You add taxes to it. So naturally वो तो होना ही था. And plus, these cars initially, they were made for German roads. They were not made for Indian roads. And hence, when you were to drive it on the Indian roads, it would naturally give out because it is used to a certain kind of terrain. It is not used to the roads that we have in India. Okay, so of course, that is something also that made an impact. So let's keep moving forward. Next is, I think, over-engineered and cost issues. Another significant challenge Skoda was over-engineering. While this ensured high quality vehicles, it also led to higher production costs. As Klaus Zellmer, Skoda CEO, pointed out, over-engineering often comes with a hefty price tag, which weakens Skoda's competitive position in a cost-sensitive market like India. India is a cost-sensitive market, but calling your cars over-engineered is a little over the top, in my opinion, guys. What do you guys think? Because when they came out with cars like Polo and the Vinto and the Rapid, they're pretty simple and basic cars. They were built well. I will give them that. They were built well. They were built strong. Of course, that is why, and Volkswagen Skoda were the first ones to introduce to the Indian mindset what is a safety rating. At least personally, it was for me, because I didn't see any other brand in India focusing on that apart from Volkswagen and Skoda, because they wanted their drivers and the passengers in their cars to feel safe. They introduced the safety rating in the Indian market. So मैं mass market की awareness की बात कर रहा हूँ. I'm sure some of you must be aware what is a safety rating before even Skoda Volkswagen came to India. But for me, and I think for most of the people, they were the ones who introduced what was a safety rating for a car. And they changed that mindset. And of course, the mindset is changing now. People want safer cars, and brands, a lot of brands are working on that. Look at Tata. Hyundai recently got a 5-star safety rating, but still unstable body shell है उसका. So what I see, but still they are working on that. So brands are working on, making their cars safer, and I believe it is because of Volkswagen and Skoda. That is something I strongly believe. So I wouldn't call their cars over-engineered, but I would definitely say they were built well. Okay, they had nothing in terms of features or anything like that. Their interior was pretty basic. Their car designs from the exterior was pretty good and appealing and are timeless. अगर आज भी आप Polo को देखो, it's more than a 10-year-old product. Still looks pretty good. Okay, so that timeless design factor is there, but over-engineered No. Okay, given the cars that we have now, the Slavia and the Kushaq, so many quality issues in those vehicles, rattling noises, infotainment giving out. There are a lot of issues I'm also facing currently with the Slavia, which I will come with a video. Okay. And my first service is also on the way in August. And मैं पूरी वीडियो बनाऊंगा उसकी, that will be a separate video, and I will mention each and every issue that I'm facing right now. No, like I won't mention right now, like the next video when I make that video, so you guys can understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so right now the products that they're offering are pretty great. Slavia and Kushaq are amazing vehicles, and 1.5 TSI is a gem of an engine. Okay, if you were to go for any Kushaq, or if you were to go for Kushaq or the Tygoon or Virtus Slavia, whatever, go for the 1.5 TSI, guys. Otherwise, don't go for it. That is my opinion. But ठीक है, आपको जैसा ठीक लगे आप वैसा करो. मेरा opinion है 1.5 TSI का कोई match नहीं. Alright. Anyway, that's a different story altogether. But yes, let's get to the fourth point. As the fourth point is competitive market landscape. Okay. So India's automotive market is one of the most competitive in the world, which it is, dominated by giants like Maruti Suzuki and Hyundai. New entrants face an uphill battle. Skoda had to compete not only with these well-established brands, but also with a slew of new entrants offering budget-friendly models. For example, Brezza, Nexon. So अभी Skoda का भी आ रहा है sub 4 meter, Volkswagen का भी I'm sure आएगा ही, because अगर Skoda का आ रहा है तो उसका भी आएगा. So that sub 4 meter car is also on the way, guys. And if you're looking for a sub 4 meter car, go for that car, because we want Skoda Volkswagen to stay and not leave the country, guys. Okay, because good brands leave the country and it's really heartbreaking. Okay, so we don't want that to happen to Skoda. We want them to stay, and we want them to keep making great vehicles. Okay, it's speculated to have a 1 liter TSI engine, the sub 4 meter car that is coming. The name is going to start with a K. There are a lot of suggestions. Skoda has asked people for suggestions for the names of that car. So they're doing a lot of work. Okay, and I think it'll come with a diesel engine as well. So I'm not sure, but there have been speculations that they might reintroduce the TDI. So that's good news. Okay, for us diesel fanatics. So that is one thing that's going to happen pretty soon. I think, of course, next year only. So it's not that far. Let's come to the next point: customer perception and brand image. Customer perception and brand image also played crucial roles in Skoda's struggle. In early years, Skoda cars were perceived as expensive to maintain, with a reputation of high service costs and poor after-sales support. This perception, once established, is hard to change. Yes, that's absolutely correct. This was the perception initially, and it has been difficult to change, but Skoda Volkswagen did come out with great warranty offers and everything, service packages as well, so that we have that peace of mind. And they are still, recovering from that perception, that image that they had made for themselves initially. So that is something that they're working on, and we as consumers need to understand that the brand is trying to change their image for the better. If they're trying, I think their efforts should be rewarded. Okay, and it is being rewarded. People are changing their mindset. People want safer cars. People want better driving dynamics. People want that premium feel, in a budget, which they are getting. So a lot of factors are there. They're getting value for money as well nowadays in Skoda Volkswagen cars. Yes, quality needs to be improved a little bit, which has gone down from the previous cars, but that will also happen. And anyway, अगर आप फर्स्ट जनरेशन कार्स की देखो, कोई भी कंपनी की क्वालिटी इश्यूज होती है. So मेरी मानो, just give it some time. They have understood, and now these cars that the Slavia and the Virtus and everything will see a lot of improvement in terms of quality, and इनका तो facelift भी आ रहा है. So let's be on the lookout for that as well. Let's get to the sixth point: strategic shifts and recent developments. Despite these challenges, Skoda has not given up. Under the leadership of Klaus Zellmer, the company is making strategic shifts to better align with Indian market. This includes increasing local content in their vehicles and considering local partnerships to improve market proximity and procurement efficiencies. So, partnership with a local brand. I'm not going to name the brand, but we all know which brand. Okay. So that will be the final nail in the coffin for Skoda if they do that, which is my opinion. Because we have seen what happened to Ford. So I don't want that to happen with Skoda. Skoda Volkswagen need not do any sort of partnership with local brands. I think that will, you know, degrade the quality of their cars. Again, it's my opinion I'm sharing, guys. You can let me know your thoughts in the comments below. All right, let's get to the conclusion straight away, guys. Skoda's journey in India has been marked by challenges and lessons learned, from pricing strategies and over-engineering to fierce competition and customer perception. Many factors have influenced their performance. However, Skoda's commitment to the Indian market and strategic shifts suggest that they are here to stay and are determined to turn their fortunes around. So yes, they are here to stay. They are determined. I'm happy to hear that they are determined. As of now, अभी तक तो news यही है कि that they are here to stay. Okay, but it's a feeling that I'm getting. I cannot deny that feeling, which something's about to go wrong. Okay, so again, guys, I'm bringing in my personal opinions, so don't mind that, because I love the brand, and it's not that I'm biased towards it or anything like that. I have shared its pros and cons also, but I prefer that brand no matter what. It's a preference. Okay, so anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video and found it fun and entertaining. Do let me know your thoughts about this whole debacle. Okay, your opinions in the comments. What do you guys think? If you are a Skoda Volkswagen car owner, what are your thoughts? Are you worried? Are you not? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you're used to this brand, and if they do exit, what are you going to do? Which car are you going to go for next? Because मेरी बैंक अकाउंट खाली हो जाए, फिर मैं तो जर्मन के अलावा लूंगा ही नहीं कुछ. मैं ऑडी BMW ले लूंगा. मैं और कोई गाड़ी नहीं ले सकता. So again, let me know your thoughts, guys. What do you guys think? Because ये दिल पे चोट लगी है मेरे, क्लाउस जेलमन ने जो बोला है, and I hope this doesn't happen. They don't exit, and whatever I'm feeling is wrong. Anyway, guys, I'm hoping you enjoyed this video. I will see you on the next one. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and press that bell notification icon so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Your support means the world to me, guys. Your suggestions are always welcome. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care and stay safe, Turbo Revers. Bye-bye.